Hey guys, it's Licious Kid from ClimaxCombo, and today we have a Hanayo Waifu deck profile. This is for her birthday, which is on January 17th. So technically for us in the US, which is January 16th, it's her birthday because in Japan it's her birthday. But today I'll be recording it, which is the 16th, and I'll upload it tomorrow on the 17th. So we kind of have both bases covered for both the regions. I don't know, so I'll just be doing it like that. But anyways. Today, as you can see, we're doing things a little differently. We are using this website called wsdex.com. If you haven't checked out this website already, I highly advise you do so. I'll just go over it really quickly. It's a great website for deck building, and it's a simulator for Weiss, and you can even test the decks out here. Decks all across the board. You have waifu decks. Geez, lots of Honoka waifu decks. But Honoka's waifu deck is pretty good, so I guess I'm not that surprised. But anyways, waifu decks. Winning decks, these have won major tournaments in Japan. A very good way to base your deck off. And lastly, you have pickup decks. Not exactly too sure what these are. Maybe they're like more serious decks, or decks that just don't fall into these two categories. But anyways, really good website. Really easy and simple layout. I'm sure you guys can easily manage your way around this website. Only downside is there are a lot of like troll comments. But that's bound to happen with every community. But anyways, on to the deck profile. Today we're doing it with this website because I'm sure many of you guys do know the new extra booster is out. The movie extra booster. And I have pre-ordered movie extra boosters, but they haven't come in yet. And I do own like 99% of these Hanayo cards. Like I said, I'm just missing the new extra booster cards because my boxes haven't come in yet. So I didn't want to show you guys a deck profile today without the new cards, and then like in a couple days it's gonna be a bit different just because I actually do have the new cards. So why not just make one video with all the new cards, and so that way it can make our lives easier for both of us. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it with this website, just so I can show you the new cards. And I really wanted to get a deck profile out today for Hanayo because it's her birthday. So yeah, no dual videos for this yet. With this deck yet. However, when the new extra booster come, me and Checkers do plan on doing a couple waifu wars for you guys, and Checkers does like Hanayo, so I'm sure he'll be more than happy to play this Hanayo waifu deck, or maybe it'll be changed when we do play with it. If we do make some changes, then I'm sure we'll profile that in maybe in like a month or in a couple weeks. But anyways, onto the deck profile, I guess. Haven't really done it like this, so I'm not exactly too sure how it's gonna go, but I'll do my best for you guys. But anyways, over here we have this little chart, very cool. But for level 0s we have 15 of them. For level 1 we have 10, 6 level 2s, and we have 11 level 3s. Lots and lots of level 3s, but I'll explain to you guys why it is so. And for color count we have 13 yellows and 37 blues, so obviously a yellow-blue deck. So on to the cards. One of the downsides, I guess, about this website is that there's no translations. As you see, if you hover over them, no translations at all. But you can find the translations online and just try to follow along. But I will explain the cards for you guys because I will treat this like a normal deck profile. But anyways, first off, we got 001500 Hanayo. What she does is on play, you can pay cost, which is pay 1, discard a card. If you do, search your deck for a music character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So your generic searcher. Love lives, or I should say music trait searchers are generally weaker power than most, so she's 15, but what can you do? 3 of those. Next up we have 3 of these Hanayos, 002K. What she does is on play, you reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a music character, add it to your hand. If you do, discard a card. Great hand fix, and it's Hanayo. Next up, the new movie extra booster card. I think this card is really good, and is probably staple for Hanayo waifu deck, so this is the main culprit of why I am using this website. But anyways, 001500. She has a continuous ability of the character on your center, or the middle character on your front stage gets plus 500 power. And she's a brainstorm. You can pay 1, tap 2. If you do, mill top 4 cards of your deck. For every climax you hit, search for a music character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Very standard, simple card, but very good. Especially for Hanayo. Her other brainstorm was pretty wonky. It was like you chose a character and it didn't stand in your opponent's stand phase. Little strange. This one's much more conventional, much more practical, and is very good. So like this is definitely a very solid card, and especially for the Hanayo waifu deck. So I really couldn't just, it kind of irked me showing you guys a deck profile without this card. So yeah, I really need this card. So 3 of those. Next up, only 2 of these Hanayo's, 0025. What she does is, if you have 1 or less other characters in your front row, she gets plus 1k power and hand encore. So with 1 or less other, so if you have 2 characters on the stage, essentially, she'll be 3-5 with hand encore. Very simple, and lots of sets have this, like the 0025 Tachibana and the 0035, or the 0025 Chitoge from Nisekoi. Your main beater of the deck, 2 of those. Now this may seem a little weird. We have 4 of the vanilla Hanayos, so 003k. So it's like, why would I run 2 of these and run 4 of these when these 2 are better than these 4? Well, it's because of the color count. I'm sure you guys do know, but the last 3 boosters for Love Live did not feature yellow, the Volume 2, the Extra Booster, and the School Idol Festival 2 booster. So I needed yellow level 0s, and Hanayo's level 0 yellow cards aren't very good. And so I had to make do with a couple vanillas. She has some wonky ones, but I just chose to go with 4 vanillas in the end. And like I said, I really need some yellow level 0 Hanayo, so that's why there's 4 of these and only 2 of these. Even though clearly the Sweet Fairy Hanayo is better. But anyways, on to level 1. We have 2 of these Hanayos, 1500. She's an assist, so 500 front assist and plus 1 level. So makes your characters hard to side against because the plus 1 level and the plus 500 power is great as well. And she has a good on-play ability for this deck. When she's played from hand to stage, choose a Hanayo, and she gets plus 1500 power until the end of the turn. So pretty big power boost for an on-play ability. And she's a good assist, so not too shabby at all. Next up, we have 101k, Doors of Dream Hanayo Koizumi. Pretty much, she's a 1500 no-cost backup. She does have a change, but we're not running the change, so I'm not going to really bother explaining it. So just keep in mind, this is your typical 1500 no-cost backup. Next up, we have these 1165 Dancing Stars on Me Hanayo. Pretty much, what she does is, if you have 2 or more music characters, during your opponent's turn, she gets plus 1500 power. So during your opponent's turn with 2 or more music characters, which is really easy to do, she'll be 118k, which is very difficult to deal with for many decks. Next up, we have 4 of these 10 No Brand Girl Hanayo. What she does is, when she's played from hand to stage, you must reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is not a music character, this Hanayo will die at the beginning of your encore phase. So this is not the greatest 1-0, but Hanayo's 1-0 beater department isn't very substantial, so I had to make do with these No Brand Girl Hanayos. So yeah, 4 of those. Next up, level 2, we have, first of all, this 2165 Hanayo. She has experience, so if you have 2 or more Happy Maker Hanayos in your level up zone, she gets plus 4k power, so she'll be a 2115. And next, she has another effect of, when your other music character attacks, she gets plus 1500 power until the end of the turn. So if your other 2 music character attacks, she'll get plus additional 3k. And if you have 2 Happy Maker Hanayos in your level up zone, she'll be 10-5. So she'll be like 13-5 with 2 Happy Maker Hanayos in your level up zone, and your other 2 characters attack, she'll be like, what, 13-5? Pretty ridiculous. And she's level 2, so she has a lot of benefits. Can't be anti-changed. Yeah, can't be anti-change is the biggest part, and she can put a strong fight against like your opponent's opposing level 3s if they do play a level 3 at level 2, which is very relevant nowadays. Happy Maker Hanayo, we do run right here 4 of. So yeah, I'll explain what this card does if you do not know it when we get to her. Next up, we have these. We have this Hanayo backup 2-1, 3k backup. That's it, nothing special. Next up, we have these Hanayo assist 2-1, 4-5. She's a level assist in front. And next up, she has an ability of, whenever you trigger a climax, you can give one of your characters plus 1 soul until the end of the turn. I really like this level assist. The level assist, of course, is nice, and the plus 1 soul is actually pretty clutch in many situations. Trigger a climax, give an extra soul. Usually, end game, when you're kind of mid to end game, when you're pretty compressed, you do have a decent chance of triggering climaxes. And triggering climaxes, can be good and bad. There's the pros and cons. But this makes it a little better because the extra plus 1 soul can really help you push for more damage or side for precise damage at the end of the game. So really, really like this Hanayo. She has won me more games than I can count. Next up, this Happy Maker Hanayo. She's not that great, but what can you do? She's really needed for the level 2. But anyways, what she does is, for every Hanayo on your field, she gets plus 1k. So with a full field of Hanayo, she'll be 12-5 before assist. And she has another effect of on play, you can draw 2 and discard a card. So just a big booty level 3 with a draw 2, ditch 1 on play. Like I said, not the greatest, but we need 2 in the level up zone for that 2-1. Next up, 3 of these Hanayo. She's the only healer for Hanayo, so I felt obligated to add her. Another reason why I really wanted yellow was mainly for the healing level 3 Hanayo. What she does is she's 3-2, 10k, she heals on play like I said, and she has another ability, it's a startup. You can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, this Hanayo gets plus 2k power, and the following ability of when she reverses an opponent's character in battle, you can search your deck for a music character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Do keep in mind this does stack, so you can pay 1 discard, and she gets plus 2k, and you can do this as many times as you want. So you could do it like, let's say you do it 5 times. You pay 5, you discard 5, she gets plus 10k power, and when you kill a music character, she gets plus. You search 5 characters out of your deck. So in the end, you pay 1 discard, and then when she kills something, you search. So you aren't plussing, you're just breaking even, but there's a lot of benefits to it. Can help you discard excess climaxes, and the best part is you search from your deck, and the searching from your deck, means that there are less potential characters for you to take damage from. So I really like this Hanayo. I just haven't been running it in my Love Live decks recently, just because I'm not running yellow anymore. But when I do run yellow, I definitely consider this as Hanayo. So really like it, and the art's really cute on this Hanayo. So really cool card. Next up, we have this Hanayo, 3-2, 10k, the main game ender of the deck. She has an on-play ability of draw 2, ditch 1. And her other ability is she combos with the pants right here, which we run 4 of. On attack, you can pay cost, which is pay 3, discard 2 cards, so a bit hefty. If you do, put her back to stand, and she gets plus 3k. So pretty much double attack, because on attack you pay 3, ditch 2, goes back to stand, plus 3k. So gets a pretty substantial power boost, 3k from herself, and 1k from the 1k 1 soul. So pretty much a 4k power boost. But do keep in mind, it's very necessary, because if she gets reversed, like if she attacks, you pay cost, and if she gets reversed, she cannot double attack. So she must kill whatever you're trying to double attack against. So do keep that in mind. So it can be a little risky against decks with like huge powers, like maybe with Railgun, and they're running like double Kiyama Sensei in the back. Can be a little difficult with like the big spider backup, etc., etc. So yeah, just keep in mind you must kill something. Next up, I forgot, I'm running one of these. But anyways, 4 pants to combo with the Hanayo. Hanayo doesn't really have any other substantial climax combos in my opinion, so I just opted for 3 stock 1 souls. Because as you can see, this deck can be a little stock intensive with the level assist, the 2 1s, and the double attacking and all, and then Hanayo startup ability. So it can be a little stock intensive, so needed 3 stock 1 souls. Didn't want to go 4 because I wanted an extra plus trigger. And why not run the new We Are Single Light Hanayo Climax, because it's really cute and it has Hanayo's face on it, so opted to go for more of these pants. Oh, also I forgot to explain, but this is mainly why there's so many level 3s in the deck. Because of the level 2 Hanayo, technically there's 11 level 3s, yes, but you're only playing with 9 essentially, because you do have to put 2 in your level up zone by level 2, so this Hanayo is really good. So in reality, then technically there's 11, but you're only playing with 9 because you do want to hit the experience 2 of having 2 Happy Maker Hanayos in your level up zone. But anyways, I guess I'll explain how to play this deck level by level. Kind of weird since I can't actually show you guys the card like I'm used to. But anyways, level 0. Definitely try to get a Happy Maker Hanayo in your level up zone. I really wanted to put this Happy Maker Hanayo to 3. Just so there's not that much level 3s, but for consistency's sake, because if you don't hit the 2 Hanayos by level 2, your level 2 game plan is pretty much ruined. And if your level 2 game plan doesn't go well, then your level 3 game plan probably won't go very well as well. But anyways, level 0, definitely try to get a Happy Maker Hanayo to your level up zone, and that's why we run 3 of these searchers. Kind of wanted 4, but just ran 3 in the end. Try to, if you don't have her in your opening hand, try mulliganing for her. If you still don't have her by then, get a couple attacks in, search the Hanayo if you can. Try to open up with one of these at least, that way you can search out for the Happy Maker Hanayo. So play the searcher, search out the Hanayo if you don't draw her in your hand. You can try to use this to search out the Hanayos. We also now have a plus brainstorm, so it makes this more consistent. Before, all we had to really rely on was these 2 cards. But now we have a plus brainstorm to help aid in the cause of trying to get a Happy Maker Hanayo into the level up zone. And these 2 are just your beaters. So for same thing for level 1, just try to level up another Happy Maker Hanayo into your level up zone. So it might seem a little weird because at level 1, you're leveling up Happy Maker Hanayo, obviously, and level 2, you're obviously leveling up Happy Maker Hanayo once again. So it might be a little weird because your color count will be pure blue at level 2 because level 2, you have 2 blue cards in your level up zone. So that's one of the reasons why I'm running 4 of these Hanayos. Level 1, level up the Happy Maker Hanayo. After that, try to clock a level 1 in your hand. That way you can start playing your level 1s or your yellow cards, just like, No Brand Girl Hanayo. She's also the reason why we're not running any events, because Hanayo does have some pretty cool and flavorful events. But, this Hanayo will blow herself up if she does not reveal a music character, so that's why I opted for no events. Maybe if this Hanayo wasn't here, I would have ran some events, but for now, I think she's the best 1-0. And even if her downside goes off, like you play her and you reveal the top, and if it's not a music character, she dies at the beginning of your encore phase, which isn't too shabby at all, to be honest, because she still gets her attack in, and maybe you just want to use her as a trigger check at the end game. So her downside can suck, but honestly not the end of the world because you still get an attack in. If she killed herself instantly, it'd be pretty bad. But just because she survives till the encore phase, just send her on a suicide mission or something for that turn. Just front attack whatever you see. So yeah, not too shabby at all. These 1/1/6/5s can be pretty hard to deal with, especially with decks that rely on like costless level 1s. And you of course pair her up with the level assist, so that way she's at level 2 at level 1, making her very difficult to side against. And a lot of decks have to deal with level 1s or high power level 1s by suiciding into them, and of course they cannot suicide into them if she is backed up by a level 1 assist, or a +1 level assist, I should say. So yeah, level 1, level up a Happy Maker Hanayo, try to have a yellow Hanayo, or try to have a yellow card in your clock, that way you can start actually playing your yellow cards. So yeah, that's the game plan for level 1. Try to make a wall maybe with these 1/1 Hanayos, use your 1/0 Hanayos to deal damage, and yeah, just try to keep strong. 1/0 1500 backup. It's there. I think the costless backup is pretty good here because your 1/1 Hanayos are generally 8k on, or these 1/1 Hanayos are like 8k base, 8/5 with the plus 500 assist, and then so she can hit 9k with the backup, or no 10k with the backup, which is really good at level 1. So 1/1 2k backup wasn't necessary. And this Hanayo hits pretty decent numbers on defense too. She's a 1/0/6/5. 1/0/6/5 with, let's say, the assist. With the backup, she hits 8k. Could be a little better, but it still gets the job done for the most part. So yeah, like I said, level up blue, clock a yellow. And at level 2, definitely try to level up a yellow at this point. Last, can be a little weird, but, once again, get a yellow card in your clock zone. And at level 2, deck is pretty good. These Hanayos, if you have met the conditions, which is kind of what the point of this deck is, she can be really difficult to deal with because, like I said, she's 2/1 10/5, which is ridiculous because she's pretty much at the power of level 3s. And every time another music character attacks, she gets plus 1500 power. So she's 13/5 base before assist, which is absolutely hilarious. So, level 2, all that trouble you made to level up these Hanayos go to good use because now you have these level 2 Hanayos that can't be anti-changed and will probably cause havoc for your opponent, and for a very light cost too, only 1 stock. And once again, probably backed up by the or the +1 level assist, and she's even all that much more to deal with. Probably can't side attack against her. And if your opponent doesn't have a level 3 that comes out early at level 2, maybe something like 2 Level Darkness, then this card is probably going to get you very far in the level 2 department. 2/1 3k backup, just wanted one of these just cause. Hanayo doesn't have any special backups, so just had to run with your pretty boring generic backups. Level assist, I already explained, I really like this card. Wanted to run a couple of these, so I opted to do so. And as you can see, these last 2 Hanayos are pretty dependent on power. Like the 3/2 healing Hanayo does get a decent amount of power, especially depending on how many times you use it. And the double attacking Hanayo does once again get a decent amount of power when you use her Climax combo. But if you pay cost for both of these 2 cards and they do not reverse something, it can set you pretty far back. So I do think the level assist is pretty necessary in this situation. So yeah, got one of these. And lastly, level 3, like I explained, the 3/2 Happy Maker Hanayo isn't that great because she doesn't game end. and she doesn't really like heal you. But you know, she's mainly just here, like I said, for the Happy Maker Hanayo, for the level 2 Hanayo. And you know, you can play her at level 3 just to make an opposing wall. 12-5 before assist and draw 2 ditch 1. It's alright. You can use this to help dig out for the pants at the end. And of course, the other two are self-explanatory. Level 3, she heals, and Hanayo, she game ends. The double attacking can be really scary. Just watch out for anti-damage and for high power backups. And that is really it. For alternatives, I'm not too sure how I would do this. But honestly, like the only maybe... Oh, also, I forgot, the 1-0 Hanayo. Really good card too. On play, give a pretty big amount of power. Make your one level 1 stronger, make your level 2 stronger, and of course, really good with the double attacking Hanayo. So this card is also fairly solid. But anyways, a couple changes I guess I can make to the deck is maybe you could take out the whole Happy Maker Hanayo thing. It does make the deck a little clunky at times, and if you don't level up a Happy Maker Hanayo at level 0, the deck plan kind of just falls apart. Usually you get it off, but there are times where you don't. And so maybe you just don't like this 2-1 Hanayo into the level 3 Hanayo idea. Of course, I totally understand that. What you can do maybe is just take these out. Take out the Happy Maker Hanayos. You can run maybe the Angelic Angel Hanayo. That way, if your opponent does play level 3 at level 2, you do have a response to it. Instead, you can also take these out. Maybe add a couple Kira Kira Sensation Hanayos. That way, once again, if your opponent plays level 3 at level 2, you do have an answer to it. So those are some two legitimate things I can see. Maybe you just don't want yellow in the deck at all. Hanayo does have some good yellow cards, like the Healer and the Level Assist, I think are fantastic cards. And the No Brand Girl is okay, but maybe like you want to keep the deck mono blue just because it'd be more consistent that way, or you just want it that way. You can take these cards out. You can take out the Happy Maker, or the No Brand Girl, the Level Assist, the Healer. You can just go healerless, I guess. Just try to double attack yellow. You can run the other really good level 0. She has a lot of other good levels. She has some good other blue level 0s as well. She has a good 500 global. You can bump the count on the 0-0 candy Hanayos. And for 1-0s, you can just like maybe maximize on these Dancing Stars on me PRs. Or you could go for the... I guess I'll pull her out. I don't exactly know her name. She's a 1-0-6-5. You can go for this one right here. I haven't tested this card out personally, but with a little luck, it can seem to be pretty good. When she attacks, you mill top 2. If there's a climax, she loses 2 soul. But still, she's a 1-0-6-5, which is really strong. So if you want to keep the deck mono blue, I would say take out the No Brand Girl at the 1-0-6-5. Take out the level 0, add a couple 500 globals maybe, add more of these 0-0s. And take out the healer. You won't have a healer because this is Hanayo's only healer, like I said. But, you know, what can you do? But, so yeah, this is how I would play the Hanayo Waifu deck. Right here. Once the new extra booster comes out, and I had my fun testing serious decks with the testing serious Love Life decks, we'll make a couple waifu decks, and definitely Hanayo is on the list of waifu decks to be played because, like I said, Checkers does like her. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. I hope you guys let me know what you guys think about this website or this deck profile, the layout. You guys like it like this? You guys like it with the website, or would you guys prefer it with the actual cards like how we normally do it? Let me know. If a lot of people like it the way we do it with this website, then I'm sure we will put up more like this. If not, then you know, we'll just go to our normal what am I calling it? Normal cards. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and until next time, guys.